Hey guys, this is Steven from Nikola Pro. Today I'm going to show you how to install the mirror section of our Model 3 Chrome Delete Kit. The full kit can be found on our website at nicolapro.com. Just a few notes before we get started. The backing paper of the vinyl is pre-cut into sections, and I recommend that you follow the same order for removing the backing paper as shown in the video. You will also notice that each piece is labeled. The first letter indicates which side it is for, D for driver, P for passenger. The second letter indicates the section, M for mirror, T for trim, C for camera, H for handle, and D for decal. Lastly, the number at the end indicates the order in which to install them. The mirror section that we're doing today contains 10 pieces, M1 through M10. Now let's get to the install. As you can see, the first section we're starting out with is M1. Peel off the backing paper with the label on it first. You'll notice that a small section is left at the end. We'll fold over this piece later. Use the remaining backing paper as a handle to guide the vinyl to the very corner of the mirror trim and create a small overhang on the bottom. Peel off the next section and begin to align it to the recess on the mirror. The vinyl should naturally follow the line without much force. Work your way to the end and then begin to flatten out the left and right sides. This will create tension in the middle that we will fold over. The vinyl can be lifted up and replaced to remove any persistent bubbles. Now we'll move focus to the last piece with backing paper on it. Press down firmly on the edge of the mirror trim and then remove the paper from behind. Use your fingers to fold over the piece slowly. Use the heat gun to soften the vinyl on the right side before folding it over. The squeegee is a useful tool for pressing the material into shape. Go over the piece one last time with your fingers to ensure there are no remaining bubbles. Now let's move on to the second piece. Remove the backing paper at the top and place the piece in between the mirror housing and the door panel. We're doing the driver's side, so you will want to make sure that it is aligned to the right. Ensure that the thin piece closer to the front of the car is adhered as well. You can use the squeegee to help tuck it in. Once the first section is placed, peel off the backing paper for the next. Continue this with each section. You do not need to worry about getting out all of the bubbles right away. Once you have peeled all of the sections, you can start folding the vinyl on the left side. After that, move on to the front and right side. Use the heat gun to soften the vinyl and fold it over. Use a squeegee to remove any creases. Now we're on M3. This piece has many pre-cut sections on the back, so ensure you are following the video closely. We'll want to start off by peeling the section closest to the back of the car and aligning it to the edge. Press firmly and move on to the next piece. Continue until all three front sections have been placed. Now move on to the middle section. Peel off the paper backing and use your finger to adhere the vinyl to the surface. Try not to fold the vinyl onto itself. If you do make a crease, it is okay to lift the vinyl up and reapply. Try not to stretch the material. Once you are done with the first middle section, move on to the second using the same technique. Fold over the vinyl on the left. Use the squeegee to tuck in the vinyl. Before we move on to the next section, we'll want to fold over the vinyl on the right side. Peel the paper backing from the small piece and press it into place. It will want to adhere to the other side of the mirror, but just use the squeegee to tuck it in. Fold over the remaining vinyl. You can use a heat gun to make it easier, however in the video I chose not to. There is a gap between the door and mirror trim. Tuck the vinyl into it using the squeegee. Now we'll want to fold the mirror in to get the next section installed. Peel off the backing paper and press the vinyl down. It may want to adhere to the mirror housing, but just use the squeegee to tuck it into place. Fold the mirror out and remove the backing paper from the vinyl. Pull it underneath the mirror housing, then set it into place. Make sure a small portion of it overhangs the lip. M4 and M5 are pretty straightforward. For M4, remove the first half of the backing paper and place it so there is an overhang on the front. Use the squeegee to tuck the other half under the mirror housing. For M5, use the same technique to tuck the vinyl between the folding mirror and the base. Ensure there is an overhang on the bottom and no chrome is showing on the top or side before removing the other half of the backing paper. M6 is in a tight spot, so make sure you're in a good position where you can see what you're doing. Peel off this first section of backing paper and align the vinyl to the edge of the door chrome. Before removing the rest of the backing paper, fold it into position to make sure that it will cover all of the visible chrome. If any chrome is exposed, remove the vinyl and reposition it. After ensuring it is in a good position, peel off the next two sections and fold it into place. The last section of vinyl will want to adhere to the other side of the mirror. Just use the squeegee to tuck it into the gap. Use the heat gun to soften the vinyl at the bottom. This will make it easier to fold over. For M7, you'll want to start by peeling off the backing paper closest to the window. Align it so it just overhangs the top piece of chrome. Continue placing the vinyl so that there are equal amounts overhanging on both sides. Go over the vinyl with your finger, but do not fold it over just yet. Use the heat gun to soften the material and then fold it over. Apply more heat to the top sections and use the squeegee to fold the vinyl in. For M8, start with the section closest to the tip of the mirror. Align it so it just covers M7 from before. Ensure that the vinyl overhangs just below the mirror cap. Go over the vinyl with your finger and then apply heat using the heat gun. Use the squeegee to tuck the vinyl in. Tuck in the left side using the squeegee as well. We'll start on the other side of the mirror for M9. Remove the paper backing at the skinny end and align it so it slightly covers M7 on the left. Allow some vinyl to overhang on the top and right side. Use the heat gun to soften the vinyl and fold it over using the squeegee. Now move lower to place the rest of M9. Peel off the next section of backing paper and align it to M7 on the right. Make sure there is always a bit of overlap so no chrome is exposed. Continue moving down the sections. Once they are all in place, go over the edges with your finger to get rid of the creases. Flatten out any remaining bubbles. Grab the heat gun and soften the vinyl on the back edge. Then use the squeegee to tuck it into place. The last step is very important. Take a sharp object like a pen or pencil and poke a hole through the vinyl where the water drain hole used to be. This will ensure that your mirror doesn't fill up with water when it rains. The last piece of the mirror chrome delete is M10. Peel off the backing paper starting from the side closest to the tip of the mirror. Align it so it overlaps M7 on the right, M8 on the top, and M9 on the bottom. Use the squeegee to tuck in the vinyl on the left. Thank you guys for watching. As always, you can contact us any day of the week via email, through our website, or on Twitter.